My brother's forgiven me. Key, Dr. Hung, Brother Numsi has forgiven me. Dear brother, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah.
Welcome, Brother Noomsy, season number 5, episode number 1. We took a sabbatical for about 2 years, but we back, baby.
Yeah, a little older, little wiser.
Yeah,
It's been a
yeah.
little minute.
Been a minute, yeah. Not because we didn't have the heart to do it. We just been busy.
Yeah, yeah. Most definitely life happens, jobs, opportunity, kids, doing different things. But
Yeah,
we thought we'd go ahead, try to give it another shot. Hopefully we can get the audience to come on back with us and
that's
maybe
right.
even grow a little bit.
Yeah, maybe bring on some past guests that we've had before and try it again, like you said.
Yep. Like and subscribe. Leave comments, please.
Yeah, please leave comments because we want to make sure that we talking about what y'all want to hear about. And if we talking about something that y'all don't agree with, we want to hear that too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, I mean, how we gonna start this off this time? Like, you wanna catch up, or you wanna just jump into some topics? And,
I think we should just jump into some topics, honestly. And you had quite a few of them, and I had, what I'm saying, just a couple, but I'll let you start it off.
yeah, I mean, first off, I was just gonna talk about Daredevil just because Born Again season finale was yesterday. I don't know
I
if
haven't watched it yet. Nope. I don't,
you watched any
I'm
of it.
caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up. I
Okay,
just haven't watched the last episode, which my plan is to do that tonight.
okay, it goes crazy. Like, I think I mean, it's on par with the Netflix series. So I'm glad that they tried to get back to that. Of course, it got a new shiny coat of paint on it.
Hmm.
Obviously, because it looked a little weird to me in the first episode. It took me a second to adjust because it wasn't as gritty. It was like they were trying to be, but like the camera was too good. But I'm
Camera
liking
was
it.
too good.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I think it's real good. Hopefully they bring back some of the other defenders that's in that Netflix universe. Of course, we already see Frank Castle's back. He's in the trailer, so that ain't no spoiler. But
I hope they do too. My only thing is if they do anything with um Iron Fist,
mhm.
they gotta like this dude should have been in training for the last 10 years or whatever he's been in since the last Netflix series that he had came out.
Yeah, so I read a comment that he made recently, where he was like pretty much begging Marvel to call him. And he recognized the mistakes that he made.
But
He
it's not all up on
recognized
him though.
no, it's not. It's some of it was the writing, the fight choreography, and all that type of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But yeah, nah, I thought it was interesting because he did take ownership in it. He was like, I didn't take it as seriously as I should have, and I ain't put my all into it like I should have. But now he's had this break and it's time to reflect. I think he really wants to be a part of it, and especially now that it's touching something greater. In
I
the
mean, what else is he doing?
I think I seen him in one thing since then. I don't even know
Yeah,
what that
see.
was. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So.
exactly.
Yeah. Nah, but hopefully, we can get more of this. They already shooting season 2. So hopefully
Man,
that's
I've
not.
already heard they talking about season 3 and 4 already too.
Oh man, it's good. It's good. Dude is made for that role, Charlie Cox. Like he's killing it. And then John Berthal as Punisher, like he's made for that role too. Like I thought Thomas Jane was good in the first. Well, I guess the second Punisher movie, if you count Dolph Lundgren's. Uh, I was like, he looks perfect for it. But when you see John Bernthal in that role is like another level. Like he embodies what Frank should be. So like I'm very excited to see what they do in the future. So I'm just gonna leave it at that since you ain't seen it all and it just came out. So I ain't gonna drop no real spoilers, but I'm looking forward to see what they do in the future.
Nah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm caught up to the very last episode, and what I've seen thus far is really good. It really is good. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference between the first set of, what I'm saying, I think it was writers and directors versus the
Mhm.
last set who did the last 3 episodes, I think it is. So you can definitely tell the difference, and I don't understand why they wanted to give so much backstory and conversation and dialogue, in the first couple of episodes. I mean, I understand, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see like what you were saying the last episode is. That's what I want to see throughout every single episode.
Nah, it's got to be a build. I get it. Like he's still a lawyer, so you have to play on uh the human part of Matt, right? Like not just a superhero part of him.
Y-
And so you got to include Matt Murdock, and then on top of
Yeah, but
that, what?
no, I was saying, but yeah, I get that. But they went a whole like 3 episodes with him just being a lawyer.
I mean, that's the point of Born Again. Like he put it down. You know what I'm saying? Without getting into too much, but he put it down for a reason. So he had to have a reason to pick that back up. So we had to get there. So, um, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave it there because I can talk about that show all night. Just because of the cinematography, everything that they doing, some of the hearing stuff that they doing with him and his character, like when he's
I mean,
honed
this
in on
hearing is
some
way
shit.
too good to
It's
be a normal human.
it's cool though. I like it. I like to drown out everything. And all you hear is the heartbeat or the footsteps. Like it's a good effect.
Yeah, but you can hear somebody cocking a gun in a room full of people just from the last episode. You can hear a gun cock in a room full of people with music playing.
It's
It's that's
better
that's
than
that's crazy.
it's better than Ben Affleck using sound waves and rain to have sonar. So you know what I mean? He is a superhero. Like
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is, but you know what I'm saying? He's a human superhero. I don't see, well, I can say the same thing for Captain America too, for Anthony Mackie's character. Like he's doing stuff with that super, you know what I'm saying?
that's
He's a
different.
superhero. Nah, not really. I mean, he's
Nah,
doing stuff.
he's a legit human.
Yeah, and so
Daredevil
is Charlie
is
Cox.
nah nah. He had his eye injury.
Hmm.
It still was toxins that went to his body that enhances the rest of his
Bruh,
senses. So it
bruh,
is something there.
come on.
It's
Yeah,
not
and
like
it's just like with Captain America, he
not Ray
has
Charles
the
out
work.
there.
He got the Wakanda suit on, and he can take all this damage and stuff like that. But yet he jumps out of the sky and lands on his feet with no issues. Why is he not breaking his legs?
Vibranium. His suit's made out of vibranium.
Well, I get that, but he got vibranium on the soles of his feet too.
Yes, the whole suit is made out of vibranium, and it absorbs
I
impact.
yeah, yeah. So why is he still getting hurt then?
He can like if you a football player, you can still get concussed even though you got padding on.
Okay, okay.
You know
Well,
what I
while we
mean?
talking that, while we just segued over to Captain America, I know this is a
Hmm.
we ain't talked about it, I don't think, but and it's an older movie. I didn't even see that. It's an older movie right now. It is. It should be coming out on Disney here pretty soon, honestly. But
Yeah, it just
I
went to streaming.
I like the movie, but I don't like the movie. If that makes sense.
Now, that makes sense. I like it, but there was definitely you can definitely tell that they changed some stuff. Like
Mm,
it's a couple different stories mashed into one. Um, a lot of it being a big focus on the Incredible Hulk's side characters.
yep.
Um, but I think for what they did, I think it's a good movie. I think it's a watchable movie. It's a good Marvel, especially from what they've been giving us lately. Is it the
I
best?
think so
No,
too.
but
Right.
I think it's a solid film.
I think
Um,
it was a solid film. And for him to be, you know what I'm saying, the black lead in that specific character role, I think he did a really good job with it.
mhm. I wish
Just
that
my
they would have did more with Isaiah's backstory. Isaiah Bradley, the first Black Captain America,
uh
because essentially you need to watch the show to even know who that dude was. You know what I mean? Because they don't really properly introduce him. They do in the show, but not in the movie. So if you ain't
well,
watched the movie, then you kind of
I
lost them.
hope you watched the show before you watched the movie.
Some people
It's
didn't.
man, you telling me out of a say for example, we got 1 billion people who are in the world, for example. I know it's way more than that, but let's say we got 1 billion people in the world, right? You're trying to tell me that half of the population did not watch the Falcon and Winter Soldier storyline that had Isaiah Bradley in it, and then you go straight to Captain America: Brave New World, and those half of people didn't watch that Cal the Winter Soldier and the Falcon series don't know who this person is? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I believe so. Plus, Falcon and Winter Soldier had low ratings as a Disney Plus show. I hear a lot of people say they didn't resonate with the story. Of course, they're not. They don't look like us.
Preposterous.
They don't look like us.
Preposterous.
You know what I mean? So, I think it's that we talked about it on this channel or on this podcast before when it was going on. I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, I
Um,
think
I,
so.
I loved it, but it does resonate with what we go through in this country as opposed to what some other people go through in this country. So therefore, I can see the
Mhm.
disconnect. Um, so that's why maybe it didn't resonate with them, thus leading over to Brave New World, why it didn't do the numbers that it should have. But I think it should have. I think it should have been right there with like, it's a Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, level movie. Um, it's better than Love and Thunder for sure. So
Man, I tried to watch that again the other day, honestly, and I was like, man, this is terrible. This
mm,
feels like, I mean, it's better than Dark World, but it's along the same lines of Dark World, if that makes sense too. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't that good. Like my
yeah,
favorite Thor movie, honestly, was uh golly, I can't even remember the one.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was my favorite one right there.
I like Ragnarok too. Um, but all right, moving on. Go see Captain America: Brave New World. Give it a chance. I think it's a good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I'm excited for since we on Marvel, the Thunderbolts. I think that's going to
Thunderbolts.
be
Yeah, it looks
good.
pretty good.
I
It
think
looks
that's going
pretty
to be
good.
good. I don't know about Fantastic Four. Having doubts about that one, so
It
we'll
might
see.
surprise you. It might surprise you.
It might, but it ain't going my way. They gender bending, so
That- One
it
person.
could work.
You gonna
No,
let
no,
one
no, no,
person?
no, 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 no. I think Reed Richards is going to play a backseat to Sue Storm. That's
So
what
how's that gender? How's that gender bending?
because they're making her essentially the Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like she's going to be. I think she's going to be the
like the
lead of the
leader?
Fantastic Four. Yeah, she's going to be the smartest woman in the world. Probably is what they're going to end up doing. I think they're gender bending. Now, maybe they not. Maybe it's just a little story that they kicking out in the beginning and it'll change. I don't know. I ain't seen it. I'm just off the reports
But
I've seen so far. That's what it's
you got
like.
to remember that this is a alternate universe. I don't know. This we already seen one version of Reed Richards already. So
But
maybe
this,
he was the main, what I'm saying, leader in his universe, and maybe
right?
she is in this universe.
It's possible, but I want the comic accurate
Do
depiction
you
of
know
the
how to
movie.
you know how to do that?
Direct it
Make your
myself.
own. Make it yourself.
Give me the rights. Give me the rights and the money, and let's go do it.
Nah, you gotta do all that yourself. You gotta
Well,
raise
give
the
me the
money
rights.
yourself.
Please give me the rights. I got a nice little Isaiah Bradley story that I'm willing to pull the trigger on anytime. So
Mm, okay,
uh
okay.
so that's enough on Marvel. I think now I ain't gonna talk about DC because they're not in the conversation
Nah,
until
not at
something
all.
come out.
Well,
Uh
I was asked you then if since we talking about like movies, I'll switch it to like TV shows
mhm,
then. So I'm watching two things on Apple Plus, honestly.
mhm.
One is Mythic Quest, which I like
I
Mythic
just
Quest.
hadn't
You
watched
ain't never
that
seen
one.
it?
I hear good
Yeah,
things.
it's pretty good to me. They
Mhm.
also just did a spinoff on it. I haven't watched it yet, but I don't think it's gonna be as good. But I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you that. But the second one that I really like, and I'm just not getting caught up on it, and I think people been on it for a minute, is Severance.
I watched some of the first season of Severance. I didn't finish it, and I heard the second season's not as good.
Nah, for real. I'm
But
on
I
the second
hadn't
season
seen it.
right now. I
Yeah, I'm
like it.
watching on Apple Plus. I'm watching The Studio with Seth Rogen.
I haven't watched that yet. Yeah.
I like it. If you're a film guy or a film person, like I think that's a good show for you to watch. Yeah.
Okay.
but Apple normally don't miss. You know what I mean? Like they put
Eh,
out something
mm,
they normally don't miss. Their
they
track
have a
record is
couple.
better.
The one with Vince Vaughn right now. I think I can think of the name of it
Bad
right now.
Monkey.
It's yes, that one is a hit or miss to me. So some episodes are better than other episodes. So I
Mm,
have to view the entire project as one.
mhm,
Like overall, to me, that's a miss. But some episodes are better than others. But as an overall show, it's a miss for me.
mm. From what I've seen out of it, I liked it. But I like Vince Vaughn. Like
But
you get what you
I do
get with
too.
Vince Vaughn. You know?
Yeah, but Vince Vaughn can't carry the entire cast. Like the storylines and I mean, I don't know how much of it you watched, but for me, what I'm saying, it's not there for me.
Yeah, I got you. It's cool. Everything ain't for everybody. You gave it a
Exactly.
strong recommendation off Hulu and Paradise, and it was cool. But
You mean like it?
it was
Bruh,
cool. It was
it was
cool.
cool. It was
It
cool,
kept
huh?
it kept my attention,
Uh-huh.
but as an entirety, right? So each episode kept my attention. I was engaged, and then we got to that last episode where they.
Well, well, yeah.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but that yeah. But what really killed me is the fact that like, who is this dude? You know what I mean? Like the whole show is based on a who done it, but you didn't give me this character to even make me think
I
that
know
he
until the
might have.
very end. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it.
So
Yeah, I was the same way.
eh.
And Shan was too.
And then like, okay, maybe you carry on to a second season, maybe you don't. I really don't care. You want to get your wife, bro? I don't care. Like, I just assume you're gonna get her. Like, I don't
I did.
see.
Yeah, this should have been a one season done. I
Yeah.
would have been cool with that. Like end of the world type situation. Don't
Mhm.
hype me up and think that, life outside of that bubble is carrying on and we're going to prosper. Nah, if you're gonna kill the world, kill the world.
Yeah. And then the young agent, young female agent.
Nah,
Spoiler warning, I guess. Right. So, like at the end, she's just playing the Wii. Like, all right, yeah,
yeah.
I'm good. Huge miscast too of the director of the Secret Service, the black lady.
Why? Why?
She didn't fit. She didn't.
She ain't do it for you?
It didn't feel natural. First of all, uh, shoot, what's Cyclops' real name? I don't know what
I don't know
Cyclops'
his
real
name.
name
The
is, but
president.
yeah, the president. Uh, Also in Sonic and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? He can do better. I'm just gonna say that. All them people down there, he can do better. He could have did better with the therapist. Like it's a lot of different people that he could have.
What if the Secret Service director and the Secret Service agent, the woman, the sleeper, what if they roles were swapped? Would it been better?
No, because I don't think the Secret Service director had any place to do with the Secret Service. She didn't feel like she like the part where she's like, "Oh, I missed the weight. I missed the weight of the gun. Do you feel that? Do you
She
miss
didn't.
that?"
Yeah, she didn't sell it.
No. First of all, no one talks like that. Like, I carry a gun almost every single day, right? Definitely
Mhm.
every day for work. I'd never be like, oh man, I missed the weight of it. Like that's such a stupid thing to say. Most of the time you put it on, you forget it's there. So I don't know. She didn't sell it. She didn't sell it at all. But
James Marsden.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
his
Great
name.
actor.
Yeah,
Speaking of
great.
going back
Yeah.
to Marvel, I'm excited. He's about the only thing I'm excited about as far as the X-Men coming into Doomsday because he was announced that he's coming back as Cyclops. And I was happy because I feel like he deserves justice from the Last Stand where he died off screen and we just never saw him again. Like
So he needs a superhero ending, kind of like what Deadpool did with Blade and Elektra and Gambit.
100%, he deserves it. Gambit's back too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like,
but yeah, nah, 100%, he deserves better. And I
you
don't
know who
think
would be
that in
good
the first.
director for one of these X-Men movies? John Woo.
That'd be interesting.
Hmm.
It'd be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Too many doves. But I I mean, I don't know. It would have to be the right project, I think.
Oh, absolutely. But I think that
Guns and explosions. That's what it needed to be. Like if he did a Bishop solo movie, that'd be crazy. That'd be good. Or Cable solo. He
yeah.
can work that. Yeah.
All right, cool. So what else? What else? What else we gonna move to?
Uh, it's up to you. You know, on my list, I got John Cena as a villain now.
Yeah, I
This
say he
happened back
turned
in,
heel.
yeah, this happened last month, but of course, we weren't recording. So, uh,
You know what?
this weekend is the final
I
battle
know
between him and Cody, or the battle.
wrestling has its ups and downs where, of course, it never lost its fan base, I would say, but it comes and goes in waves as far as
Mm-hmm.
how viewership is following it. And I think right now the viewership is like made a turn to where everybody's wanting to watch it again. I think
Hmm.
like our generation, like we stopped watching for a while until they got their storyline like pretty cool. And I
Yeah.
think right now, over the last couple of years, they didn't build this storyline to where we can get back engaged. And now, like I even told you, like I know you went to a WrestleMania. I'm not a WrestleMania, a Monday Night Raw event,
Hmm.
and then me and my daughter we watched a couple of Monday Night Raws on Peacock, and she's into it too. So I think next time they come into town, she wants to go as well. So
Yeah.
I think that it's nice to see what you reveled in, I guess you could say, when you were little and you watched all of these characters, and now it took a like a lull for a little bit, but now it's the story is good again, and you got different characters, and now our children are getting into it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's always going to be a change in the guard at some point because most of these guys kind of get big at the same time. So, if you look at the 80s, like Hogan and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and, Flair and all those dudes was around at the same time, even Sting. So, like,
Mhm.
when they started to decline and started not to wrestle as much, then, you had your Cenas and stuff, but like, that's not appealing for everybody, and I think into we went out of a rated R uh, era in WWE with Stone Cold and The Rock and all them. Like they was legit rated R and rated mature. And then we went to PG like overnight, like that. You know what I mean? So I think that was a little shocking for fans, especially older fans, especially team like that young male demographic, probably from like 18 to 30. They were like, man, I'm not watching this. Like it's all family friendly now. And now we're like,
Well, it was
they
it was
still call it
self-inflicted,
PG, but it's like
but
PG
it was
13.
self-inflicted.
Oh no, it needed to change. They were they were doing a lot, you know what I mean? And behind the scenes, apparently they was doing even more. Vince McMahon was wilding. So
Exactly, and that's why I say it's self-inflicted. Like
yeah.
some of their stuff that they was doing on screen, they was thinking that they can do off screen, and
Hmm.
all that stuff caught up.
Yeah. 100%. And I think with uh Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, at the helm
Hmm.
right now. I think that's what's getting people into it again. I think the word is out that like the old regime is out. There's a new regime, and let's see what they can do. And so far, they've been doing pretty good. It's been since essentially COVID, and even there was even a part in there where Vince came back for a little bit, and the ratings dropped, and then Vince left again, and then the ratings went back up. So I think Levesque has a different idea of what he wants to do with the talent and how uh, he treats the talent. Because I'm all about YouTube and behind the scenes and stuff like that, and they've been having way more vacation days and being written off for short periods of time so they can spend time with their family and stuff like that. Like he gave Christmas off, and, New Year's, and they came back. So that's something that didn't happen with Vince. Vince, you was on the road,
Oh
365 away
yeah.
from your family, which is why a lot of them, had so many problems in their personal lives. So, I think it's changing for the better.
Yeah, I mean, you know better, you do better.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure growing up in that, Triple H was like, man, I didn't want to do that. Why am I gonna make somebody else do that? So,
Hmm.
but that's it, man. WrestleMania this weekend, Easter weekend. So, I'm excited for it. It's got a couple good matches. CM Punk's back. Uh, Roman Reigns is my dude. Jay Uso, the whole Eat thing. Uh, I think it's gonna be good. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Might be mad by the end of the night, but we'll see.
When is that? Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday
Okay.
on Peacock.
Yep, absolutely. I knew it was going, so we'll be watching sometime too.
Yeah, hopefully this episode is out ready, so we can steer people to it. Um, Outside of that, man, hats off at midnight. I ain't really want to touch on it a whole lot. It's an Xbox exclusive, I think it is.
I
But
don't even know what
anyway,
that
the reason
is.
why I brought it up, it's based in it's based in, I don't know if it's New Orleans or just in Louisiana somewhere, right? And it's a young lady that gets these powers, but she's black. It touches on slavery, um, the Underground Railroad, um, and then just like it's a black person coming into their powers. It's kind of it's a little bit it's, it's
What's the
God of
name of
War
it?
like South of Midnight. It's like stop motion, almost puppet Nightmare Before Christmas style. Like just try it, especially if you
I don't
got like
know.
a kid or something. It might be something that they're willing to sit down and watch you
I
play, or
don't
maybe
know. I'm
jump in.
hoping that we got some actual diverse representation who made this video game because based off of the story, the synopsis that you just gave, I'm hoping that it wasn't made by just one demographic.
Yeah, I don't know. From what I hear, looking at comments online, people are saying that this story is super authentic to some of the stories they heard growing up in that area.
Uh,
So if it
so you
is, whoever did they research?
got it, got it. So I hope it's not going to be a pigeonhole type of game. Then, if you don't know the stories or whatever, because you're not from that area, I hope you can still follow along with it. Then,
I think so. I mean, as long as you recognize that slavery actually happened, like other than that, like I think you kind of understand, like,
if you recognize, yeah, I mean that's only a small population. Then,
but nah, this is I threw that out there, and then of course you got Assassin's Creed out right now too. Which one is it? Shadows, which is based in Tokyo. It's got Yasuke,
okay,
which also has its own Netflix anime series. Yasuke, it's a black samurai. Essentially, he was African, got taken over to Japan, and ended up becoming a samurai.
mm,
So it's a good game too. Now he's not the only character. You also play as a female Nawe, who's more of a shinobi ninja, but Yasuke be
man.
wrecking.
What I miss is the voiceovers that was on YouTube that actually
Mm-hmm.
did cutscenes for these type of video games that
Mm-hmm.
made it funny. I
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah, like it's real.
yeah, like it's real. Like he was one of the funniest ones that I seen that was doing the voiceovers. I know it's probably others out there, but I haven't seen or I haven't really looked either for any of those type of gameplays.
Yeah. Nah, he does it live now, like as he's playing. So yeah, he plays South of Midnight as well, and also Assassin's Creed. Both the games that I play, or
Hmm.
that I'm talking about right now, you can go on his YouTube and see him play those. So, all right, man.
Okay.
Moving off of that, what you want to get into before we get up out of
Uh,
here?
yeah, my thing it really is about the U.S. versus China. I don't know if you've seen all of these videos and everything that's been popping up about China releasing that they're the true manufacturers of all of these name brand clothing
Mhm.
and accessories and merchandise and stuff like that. I wonder how real that is, and like if anybody's actually taking advantage of it.
Man, we've been on that, right? Like you look at your tag right now and say, man, China. So like, it's some
Hmm.
like whether they own it, they manufacture it, so they own at least the manufacturing portion of it, which is one thing I thought of with all these tariffs that came into play, right? Like at some point, let's say we go to war with China, right? and they decide if we're at war with this country that we get all these goods from, what are we gonna do then? You know what I
Right.
mean? We manufacture nothing in this country. We make nothing in this country. So I think that's why we're in this tariff like war with China right now and trying to move a lot of stuff back home. Because if we went to war with them, they would cripple our economy day one, right? The moment they cut us off, we're already crippled. We're hurting because
Yeah.
we export everything. Our vehicles come from there. You know what I mean? Like, and then you start looking at trade routes. So let's say,
You said our vehicles come from there?
I mean, some of them, but let's say
We don't get no cars over here.
Nissan's
That's
Japanese, right?
Japanese.
Okay, Japanese. That's why I just threw out trade routes, right? So I'm sure that comes over in a boat, right? A freight.
Yeah.
So if you don't know this, China owns a lot of the trade routes, um, like these canals and all this type of stuff. Same thing with what is it, the Panama Canal? China owns that now, right? Because they invested to do we built it, gave it back to the people of Panama, and then China came in and built up the infrastructure, and now they own it. So uh, they cut off these trade routes. We're gonna be isolated. Nissan ain't gonna be able to get their parts.
So my whole thing also was just not. I agree with you what you're saying about them crippling our economy because everything we buy as far as merchandise, like these clothing that we probably wearing right now is made in China, I'm sure.
Hmm.
But what I was getting at was just talking about just particularly luxury brands that are supposedly made in Italy, are actually being manufactured in China because, of course, the cheap labor, of
Yeah,
course, and then they can buy all this stuff in bulk,
yeah,
wholesale there, and then uh, upsell it to the United States. So what I was saying is like, how I wonder if anybody from the United States is actually taking advantage of what this so-called manufacturers from China saying, hey, I got this, $4,000 Louis Vuitton bag. You can buy it for them for $4,000, but you can buy it for me for, I'm saying 1,000. I wonder if anybody is taking advantage of those type of things right now,
mm,
since
mm,
since they basically are outing everybody as far as luxury brand owners. So they're trying to cut out all of our, like you said, economy.
mm.
Everything that we're spending on my money on, they're trying to downplay it.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with like TVs. You know, all the
Yeah,
TVs are pretty much made by the same manufacturer. Somebody else just slap their name on the front, and then we pay
exactly.
ridiculous amounts because of Samsung versus TCL.
hmm Exactly. Same thing with, and I think it's they said it was going to go to pharmaceuticals next as
Hmm.
well, as far as all of these tariffs and all of that stuff. But I mean, that happens now with the name brand versus generic brand. The generic brand is just got a different name on it, but it's essentially the exact same product.
Hmm. Yep. Ah, I feel
So
you.
we got a ways to go. I hope we, what I'm saying, right the ship on this one. I don't know what that looks like or whatever, but hopefully we don't get into that that war as you're talking about.
Yeah. Hopefully not. At least wait till I get out. Wait till I get out the service. No
One
parts.
other thing that I was talking to you about, and I know you did some different stuff, but this AI is getting, I don't want to say out of hand, but it's getting scary to
Oh
me.
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's going on in regards to what you can do with AI nowadays. I mean, and kudos to everybody who's using it and finding out all of these different ways to use it. But it's getting out of hand to me. I mean, it's good, but maybe I'm getting old and I don't understand the all intricate ins and outs. But I can understand how our great grandparents or our grandparents was like scared of technology.
Hmm. Nah, it's crazy. I mean, they can pretty much imitate anybody or just create a whole new person and bring them to life, bring up to life old photos, and then
Mhm.
or you know, listen to podcasts and be able to dissect the podcast. Like that's crazy. Like AI
Right.
is on, yeah, is and we're at the start of it, so it's only gonna
E-
get more evolved. So like
Exactly.
kind of got to get on this train. That is until China hit us with an EMP and we go back to the dark ages.
You was talking about some other stuff with AI, and it made me think that we saw the uh, Amazon Prime movie G20. Did you see that?
Nah,
You didn't want to see it?
nah.
Okay. I mean, it was a good movie. I mean,
You're
it's
the
a,
first
it's
person
a,
I
it's
heard
a,
say that.
yeah. I mean, you gotta, if you take the movies, any movie, if you take the movie for what it is,
Mhm,
don't dig too deep into it. Just take it as entertainment. You cool. But if
mhm.
when you start dissecting, oh, she held the gun wrong, or ain't no way that that man could hit her like that, and you know what I'm saying, she didn't fall down, something like that, then you know what I'm saying, now you in your head.
Yeah, nah. I can't. Some of that stuff I can't turn off just because of my training. You know what I mean? So, but I might give it a chance since you said something. Since you recommended it, I
Yeah,
might.
I like, yeah. But the only reason why I brought it up also is because we was talking about AI, and there's a part in the movie where they did some stuff with some AI, like did some deep fakes, and I was like, oh crap.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Good. Well, we're gonna have to wrap this one up for now. Keep it reasonable.
yeah. I mean, this is our first one back in 2 years, so we one and done. One, no, just playing, not one and done.
Like professor, videos come in whenever.
Yeah. Um, Real quick, one last thing. The TV show that I saw that I recommend for you is Papa's House. Damon Wayans and his
Oh yeah,
son.
yeah,
It's pretty funny. London
yeah,
even like it right now. So that's because of his grandkids that are on the show. She can relate to them.
yeah. Nah, I've seen a little bit of it, but I ain't seen much. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty
Okay.
good show. And we need some black shows. We need some new black shows to be on TV. But that's all I got to say. I appreciate you all for joining in. Again, like and subscribe to us. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about on the next episode. We'll be more consistent in 2025. I'll say that. So the videos may not be coming out consistently, but we'll have these conversations, and then we'll try to post them, push them out when we can.
We'll definitely try to be more consistent, man. Like try to bring it back. So y'all bear with us.
Yeah, yeah.
All
All
right,
right,
man.
brother. It was good talking to you.
Yep, good talking to you.
Peace.
Yep.